Have you ever told someone your big plan and then suddenly felt way less motivated to actually do it? Yeah, that's not a coincidence.
Wait, that's exactly what happened to me last month. Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to English Speaker Podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Amy, and today we're talking about the power of silence, why keeping your goals private might actually help you achieve them. Let's get into it.
Okay, so tell me why that happens, because I genuinely felt that, I announced a goal and then just lost steam.
Right, so there's this psychological effect. When you tell people your plan, your brain kind of treats that announcement as if you'd already made progress. It's called premature closure.
Wait, so just talking about it tricks my brain into thinking I already did it?
Exactly. You get this little hit of social recognition. People say, wow, that's great. And your brain relaxes a bit, even though you haven't actually done anything yet.
That's honestly kind of scary when you think about it. So the praise itself is working against you.
In a way, yeah, the identity feels achieved before the actual work happens, and that can quietly drain your motivation to follow through.
Okay, that explains so much. What about when people give you their opinions on your plan? Does that factor in too?
Oh, absolutely. That's the other big piece. The moment you share a goal, you open the door to unsolicited advice, doubts, comparisons, and honestly, some of that can plant seeds of doubt you didn't have before.
Right, like someone says, are you sure that'll work? And suddenly you're second-guessing something you were totally confident about 5 minutes ago.
Exactly that. And it's not even that people mean harm, usually. It's just that their doubts, their fears, get mixed in with your own, and that's really hard to separate afterward.
So keeping it private is kind of like protecting your confidence from outside noise.
That's a great way to put it. Privacy gives you this space to build real progress without external validation messing with your motivation.
Okay, but is there ever a good reason to actually tell people about your goals? Doesn't accountability help sometimes?
Good question. It really depends. Telling one trusted person, someone who'll actually check in on you, can help. The problem is broadcasting it to everyone, especially before you've built any real momentum.
So it's less about total secrecy and more about being selective with who you tell.
Exactly. Think of it as setting a boundary. You decide who gets access to your plans and when, instead of just sharing by default because someone asked.
That actually makes a lot of sense. So how do you personally handle this? Do you keep your own goals quiet?
Honestly, yeah, more and more. I used to post everything, every new plan, every idea. Now I wait until there's actual, visible progress before I say anything.
And has that changed how motivated you feel?
Completely. There's this quiet confidence that builds when nobody's watching. You're doing it for yourself, not for the reaction, and somehow that makes you way more consistent.
I love that, quiet confidence. I think I need way more of that in my life, honestly.
Right? And here's the thing. Once you do finally share it, after the progress is real, the reaction hits so much harder because there's actual substance behind it.
Okay, can you give me, a real example? I feel like this would land better with something concrete.
Sure. Think about New Year's resolutions. How many people announce, this year I'm getting fit, and then just stop after 2 weeks?
Oh my gosh, so many people, including me, honestly. Is that the same thing happening, that premature closure thing?
Exactly the same mechanism. All those likes and good for you comments give your brain that little reward, and suddenly the actual gym sessions feel less urgent.
Wow, that's kind of humbling to hear. What about, bigger stuff, career changes or starting a business?
Even more so, honestly, because those take way longer. If you announce, I'm quitting my job to start a business too early, you're stuck defending that decision to everyone instead of just quietly building it.
Right. And then every setback becomes public too, which probably adds even more pressure.
Exactly. You end up managing everyone else's expectations on top of your own doubts. And that's exhausting. Way easier to work through the messy early stage privately.
Okay, that's such a good point. What about creative projects, like writing a book or learning an instrument?
Same pattern. The excitement of announcing, I'm writing a novel, can feel almost as good as actually writing it. And that's exactly the trap.
So basically, the bigger and more personal the goal, the more it makes sense to protect it.
Pretty much, yeah. Small, low-stakes stuff, sure, share away. But anything that really matters to you, give it some quiet time first.
Okay, but what if someone just asks you directly? Hey, what are you working on lately? You can't just ignore them.
True. But you can keep it vague without lying. Something like, oh, just working on a few personal projects, totally works. and it protects your process without being rude.
Oh, I like that. It's honest, but it doesn't open the door to a whole interrogation.
Exactly. And honestly, most people are just making small talk anyway. They're not expecting a full breakdown of your 5-year plan.
Right. That's such a relief to hear, actually. I always feel like I owe people the full story.
You really don't. Your goals are yours until you decide otherwise, and that's a really freeing way to think about it.
Okay, that's such good advice, honestly. Okay, I think I'm definitely keeping my next goal to myself for a while.
And even just understanding a few key words from today's chat makes it so much easier to talk about this stuff in English, which is actually perfect, because it's time for our vocabulary section.
If you've enjoyed this chat, please give us a like. Now, let's go through 10 words from today's conversation. Remember, we'll say each sentence twice so you can repeat it.
First word, goal. This means something you're working toward, a target you want to reach. Her goal was to finish the marathon by the end of the year. Her goal was to finish the marathon by the end of the year.
Next, motivation. This is the drive, or desire, to actually do something. Losing motivation halfway through a project is really common. Losing motivation halfway through a project is really common.
Accomplishment. This means something you've successfully achieved. Finishing the course felt like a huge accomplishment. Finishing the course felt like a huge accomplishment.
Privacy. This one's simple. It just means keeping something away from public knowledge. She valued her privacy while working on her new business. She valued her privacy while working on her new business.
Confidence. This means believing in your own ability to do something. His confidence grew as he made more progress. His confidence grew as he made more progress.
Progress. Movement forward, getting closer to a goal. We made real progress on the project this week. We made real progress on the project this week.
Boundary. A personal limit you set with other people. She set a boundary and stopped discussing her plans at work. She set a boundary and stopped discussing her plans at work.
Doubt. A feeling of uncertainty about something. His comment planted a seed of doubt in my mind. His comment planted a seed of doubt in my mind.
Validation. This means approval or recognition from other people. He stopped seeking validation and just focused on the work. He stopped seeking validation and just focused on the work.
And finally, follow through. This means actually completing what you said you'd do. It's one thing to plan something, but following through is what really counts. It's one thing to plan something, but following through is what really counts.
All right, that's it for today's episode. Let us know in the comments. What word did you enjoy learning the most, or what topic do you want us to cover next?
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. I'm Jack.
And I'm Amy, and this has been English Speaker Podcast. Subscribe, share this with a friend, and we'll see you in the next episode.